The first day of first grade was a very pivotal moment in my life. Not only was I beginning a new chapter in my life, but it's also the day that I met who would later become my childhood sweetheart. Meeting him and loving him completely changed the trajectory of my entire life. Mother, my older sister, and I went to school a little bit early that day because Mother had some paperwork to turn in and she needed to find out where my classroom was. So she asked my big sister to look out for me and had me play on the playground out front. TV and movies in the FLDS were forbidden, although everybody did watch a little bit here and there, or at least our family did. TV was allowed, or educational movies were allowed. I grew up watching National Geographic, and one of my favorite people was Ms. Fossey and her work with the gorillas in Africa before she was brutally murdered. I saw the tricky bars and I wanted to imitate the monkeys, swing from bar to bar from one end to the other. I started, and about halfway through, this little boy stood underneath me right in front of me. I couldn't continue because I would hit him in the face with my shoes, and it was hard to hang there because I was holding on by my arms. He looked up at me, he didn't know my name, and he said, "Hey, Rabbit Teeth." And I couldn't hold on anymore, so I dropped down right in front of him. I was so angry because he made me stop in the middle and I wanted to go all the way to the end, so I went around and got back on again. Started again, and he came up to me another time, right in front of me. This time my mom grabbed me around the waist and whispered harshly in my ear that the boys could see right up my skirt and how dare I be immodest. She then took me by the hand to my classroom. And that was the first day of school. The boy was in my class. I later learned his name. He learned mine. Our last names were just a few letters apart, and the teachers liked to have the students seated in alphabetical order, so almost always we were seated next to each other and we would talk back and forth. My two best friends when I was in first and second grade were boys.